Good evening and welcome. Welcome to my live stream. Fight CPS and stop taking our children. I'm your host, Bob Pace. And it's a warm welcome that you found me on Facebook. I have two daily live streams I do 7 days a week. That's 14 live streams. I've been doing this continuously since October 2023. And I've talked to more over 2,000 people around the world. Because anywhere there's internet, you'll get this live stream. Now, my morning show is Fight CPS with Bob Pace. My evening show is Fight CPS, Stop Taking Our Children. Now, I'm on 7 p.m. every night of the week. That's 7 days a week. Now, I may change the times, but usually I'm on. And I've not missed a show yet. Now, during the week, during the mornings, I'm on Monday through Friday at 10 p.m. and on the weekends at 8 a.m. It's 10 a.m. in the morning, Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday. Now, this is very much live. It's also interactive live stream. That means you can participate. There are many ways you can participate. You can do emojis by sending me smiley faces, thumbs up, hearts, even stars. Also, please check the follow button to follow me and leave comments. Also, you'll be notified when I'm on. Check the notification button. Now, when I say interactive, it's besides doing emojis and follow buttons, those kinds of things, you can also text me a message. All I ask you to do is either state a comment or maybe a question about CPS. Also include your first name. Now, I know many of you have names with Facebook and YouTube, but those names sometimes are hard to understand. Also, a lot of them have a strange message. I'm here just typically want simple names. But I'm here to help you. So the easier make it for me, the easier I can pronounce your name. Now, besides your first name, please list your city or county and your state. Also, your country. If you're outside the United States, list the country you're from. Please tell me about your CPS case from the beginning to where you're at. This is the first time talking to me. Many of you, 20 to maybe 30 to 50 of you, are my family here. You call me Uncle Bob. And you come here for support, moral support, and also insights of how to combat CPS. Now, I'm not an attorney. I'm a family man. I'm a husband. I have 42 years of marriage experience. I've helped raise 6 children. 3 of my older children have families of their own. Unfortunately, I too experienced CPS at the age of 60 when I recently lost my job in 2010 through no fault of my own. After working 45 years and having my forever home, I was faced with the reality that I needed to do a Spartan lifestyle because with no income in, all I had was my savings. I was able to hold on to my home for 7 years, which was very thankful, but I never did get my job that I once had before. And that's the hardest thing, because now I'm 15 years older, and it's more hard because I have two things working against me. One is my involvement in CPS. A lot of employers think it's negative. Two, because I'm a certain age, they think dinosaurs can't work. All you have to do is look at 79-year-old Donald Trump and see how hard he works. That guy travels. That guy speaks more occasions. He's always busy, constantly talking to people. Now, the countries that have participated have been Indonesia, Bangladesh, India, then up to Middle East to Saudi Arabia and Libya. Then over to Africa, we've had Liberia and Sudan, and then the Republic of Congo, then Rwanda, then Mozambique, and then South Africa. Then up to Europe, it's been the United Kingdom, Denmark, and Sweden. Then across the pond in North America has been Canada, the United States, and all 50 states, including Washington, D.C. When south the border, Mexico, down to South America, north of Brazil and the East Coast, Grenada, then across the South Pacific to New Zealand, and then the land down under Australia. So that's 22 countries, with the U.S. is 23. That's quite a cosmopolitan people. Even countries have problem with CPS. Now, in the United States, it's a government entity. It's a federal government entity. It's run by social service. They're the ones that the Congress passed a law in 1962 that they were going to be entrusted to protect their children from neglect and abuse. Also, they're supposed to do family reunification. This is sole purpose because the best parents are the biological parents. So if the parents can take a program in drug treatment, or maybe a domestic violence program, or I could take a parenting class, they'd be better to get them on their feet and be able to take care of the children. Unfortunately, there are many rogue CPS outfits out there. What I call CPS is the Child Protection System. It has its name, so it's too many to talk about. But that's really sad. Really, really, really sad. That there are these rogue entities. I had one myself, Orange County, California. It was terrible. So is the LA County, so is San Bernardino, and so is Riverside. So is Kern County. I could go on and on. Not all CPS are bad, but enough of them are there that you guys are having trouble. And a lot of your things we all have in common is called income. Just because we're low income doesn't mean we're bad parents. And that was later stated when they passed a new health and welfare law for the children in January. They said because you're low income does not mean that you're not taking care of your children. They can't use low income or homeless against you. They may try, but they can't. And I have no idea why that number Vince is up there. I don't know what that got stuck up there. No offense. You can call Vince, but he's not on the live stream right now. The number is up on the screen. 888-888-6582 is the law office of Vincent W. Davis. Vincent W. Davis is a wonderful attorney for getting your kids back. He's gotten thousands of children back. He's fought CPS for 39 years. He's schooled in juvenile law, family law, and dependency law. Those are the three areas of law that you need. And he's a pit bull of a fighter. He's also a trial attorney. He can do trials. He can also do civil lawsuits where, he's fought them and won millions of dollars back from CPS, both in state court and federal court. He once was in foster care growing up, so he knows about the foster care program. But anyway, when you call that number, you'll get the office. You'd speak to reception, tell them that Bob Pace sent you. And again, I have no idea why that number is coming in there. Depends. And this is strange too, because I'm trying to get a new computer, because this is my son's computer. Is working now. He took it into the school and they looked at it and fixed it. I wish they could fix my own computer, but it's too far gone. It can't take Windows 11, and it's 7 years old, and I think I'm going to be faced with getting replaced. But it's going to cost a lot of money. Now they've tripled in prices. I could afford it back in January when they're, at my budget number, but now they've gone up with the tariffs, so I don't know how I'm going to afford a computer now, because it'll be more months I have to save for it. Now, another way that you can be on my live stream is to be a guest. I can take up 9 of you. All you have to do is contact my producer. Her name is Grace, and her email is grace@vincentwdavis.com. You send her a request of one of my 14 live streams you want to be on. I want Bob's Sunday morning, or Bob's Friday night, or Bob's Wednesday morning, or Monday night. Night or day, all you have to do is tell her night or day, morning or evening, and then Monday through Sunday. Just one of those days. And she'll get you on there, because she'll send you a link to StreamYard, which is the application I use. Anyway, when you send her the request, she'll send you the link, and then you paste it in your browser. And if you get knocked off, put it in again. It's good for the show. And she'll go over what you could do and not do, like no eating or smoking, no profanity, and we do not use the names of children, judges, or social workers on the live stream. And she'll help you with your video cam and audio and so forth. So that's to be a guest. Everything is floating in. This curse is really sensitive now. You got to be careful what you're doing there. A couple other things I like to tell you about is there's a guide that's really new out there called the Grandparents Guide, step-by-step of how to get custody of your grandchildren. Grandparents have a right to be involved. Their kinship. In fact, all of kinship can be involved. That means siblings and parents and grandparents, aunts and uncles. They all should be helping in. That's another thing, too. You don't automatically have to go to be taken to foster care. That's a last resort. But lately, when they passed a law in 79, Bill Clinton passed a law called the Incentive Law. That's where they'll pay a bonus of $35,000 per child for any agency that gets a child adopted in foster care. Now, this Grandparents Guide, by the way, is $9.99, but if you go to the stand.store, the website there, use my discount code. My last name, spelled all capital letters, PACE, and the number 50. And what that will do for you is give you 50% off the guide, the steps, and how to get guardianship of your grandchildren. There are other things on the stand stores too, such as discounted coaching packages, lawyer packages, and so forth, and other books and guides. So write that thing down, that stand.store. That's where you want to be. It's the whole thing is https://www.stand.store/attorney VWD. So hang on to that. That's really important. Now, another website that you want to go to is Vincent's website. He's my attorney. And that is vincentwdavis.com. So you go to https://www.vincentwdavis.com. So you need to go to that website for general things about the office, about attorneys, and so forth. Then I have another important way you can get help. If you're exhausted, let's say you've talked to your mayor, you've talked to your state senator, you talked to your state representative, you talked to the governor, you talked to the ombudsperson, you talked to the civil rights coordinator, you even talked to Washington, D.C., and you're getting nowhere. Well, I'm going to put this up now. It's called the Department of Government Efficiency, called DOGE. It is a legitimate organization created by Donald Trump. If you needed a job, they're offering jobs. They're offering career jobs, not hourly jobs, but career jobs. And their website is doge.gov. It's https:// then www.doge.gov. There you can find the phone numbers to talk to them. 202-456 quadruple 1 or 202-456-1414. They will answer, and they will try to help you. Also, you can email what's wrong, your grievance, or anything else against you might have to doge@mail.house.gov. That's their email. But that is a good resort to get your help, because I know that is a legitimate organization. I've called the numbers. They do work. In fact, Doge was on a phone call I had with social services 2 Fridays ago. So I know that they're working and checking out social services, see if they're doing their job. They were telling me a supervisor from Doge was listening in to my conversation. And that was the one in California. So Doge is something that might be able to help you. Now, one thing I'd like to go back to, another thing that can help you is if you want to get 30 minutes with Vincent Davis, all you have to do is go to this other website, canly.com. It's apps VWD / Bob space. Now that will get you all kinds of help there, because he's offering, I made a special deal with him that for 30 minutes, he'll talk to you for $60. For 30 minutes, you just go there at canly.com, arrange your time, your schedule, and Vincent's time availability was shown. You just pick it and arrange your time. Pay your $60. Better yet, if you're, let me see here. If you call into my number, let me see, where is my number? Here it is. If you call into my number at 626-698-0990, or if you're a guest, you'll get a free 15-minute private Zoom meeting with Vincent Davis. So there's another way. You either pay the $60 or you get it for free for 15 or 60 for 30 minutes. His normal rate is $500 an hour. And that's what his hourly rate is. And like in California, if you have a case in LA County, his rate's $5,000. But that's the approximate rate of the retainer, which you have to determine how complex your case is, how long the case has been going on, will determine the retainer price. But he is an affordable attorney. I had to sell my house to get him, but it's worth it. I had to sell my forever home. That was the hardest thing I ever could do. My case was awful. Now, I hope we have. Oh, great. We got someone here. Michelle Renee Nesmith. Thank you. Well, thank you for dropping in, Michelle. What part of the world are you from? What part of the world are you from? And do you have a story to tell me or a question to ask? There's a topic, or you want to talk about the rules? I have 5 rules I've come up with. One thing you guys should also think about is getting legal insurance because you never know when you're going to need help. You never know when you're going to need help. You never know. And I wish I had legal insurance. Now, the insurance, you probably can say, well, where can I get it? Well, like Progressive. I'm not trying to do advertisement for Progressive, but they will give you legal insurance. The same kind of insurance you get automobile, medical, whatever it is, you can get it. Like a low income insurance in California is through Covered California. Other states may have other similar programs, but Covered California told me about Blue Shield of California, which I was able to get my son, my wife a part of. And, even um, Medi-Cal too is something we try to get here in California. So anyway, you need insurance because you just don't know when you might need that expensive day and you don't going to have it. If you have to come up with $5,000, you won't have it. But if you have legal insurance, they will cover the $5,000. You have to pay a premium as you do with all kinds of insurance. But there's pet insurance, there's appliance insurance, there is the medical, the housing insurance, the car, the vehicle, the bicycle. There's insurance for everything, and you need it because you never know what's going to go wrong. You never know what's going to go wrong. Well, I've been doing a lot of talking lately. I was hoping we get someone on here, do a phone call or call in or something. My number's up there. Don't be afraid to call it. Just think of it. If you call that number and talk tonight, or you're on my guest on one of my shows, you get a free 15-minute one-on-one private Zoom consultation with Mr. Davis, one of the top, you know, attorneys to fight CPS. He's not afraid to fight them civilly. He's not afraid to get children back. He is the real deal. Well, Michelle, I still don't know where you're from. Okay, we got Kaylala. Okay, hello. And where are you from, Kay? Welcome, a warm welcome to Kayla and Michelle, but I have no idea where you guys are from. No idea. Oh, you can't go through my phone. I don't understand. Let me check to see what's wrong. Well, we have someone here, Jennifer, to see what happened.
Hello?
Yeah, hi, Jennifer. This is Bob Pace with the live stream. And I just got your message. So, what you're telling me is what happened?
Um, would be 9:30 to 9:45. I got on there and nobody came on.
Oh, okay. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I missed a call. I'll get that call in a second here. Okay. Um, well, I want you to contact Grace, my producer, and you got her number? Yeah, I just don't understand. Um, what you can do is I want you to email Grace, and her email is grace at vincentwdavis.com. vincentwdavis.com. Right, and tell her that you missed your Zoom meeting. That was going to be at 6:30 to 6:45 Pacific Standard Time. No, I didn't say you missed it. I said you were on it. You were on it at 6:25, but apparently Mr. Davis missed it. So you need to tell her that so she can reschedule you again, okay? Okay.
Thank
Yeah, I am. I just listed what you said.
you. It's through CSB, and he told me he did that in May. Come to find out he never did. So now I had to try to figure out how to fire him because we only have less than a week for my adjudication hearing.
Okay, well, maybe tomorrow morning at 10 or tomorrow night at 7. Excuse me, tomorrow morning at 8. I'm on at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's Pacific Standard Time. You could talk on the show and we could see if we can help you, or talk tomorrow night at 7 p.m.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, 7 p.m., which will be 3 hours ahead. So it's going to be 10 p.m. your time. Thank you, Jennifer. Bye bye. Night night. Okay, that was Jennifer. and apparently her meeting with Vincent Davis didn't show up. Um, I'm calling Kayla. I'm calling you, Kay.
Please leave your message for.
Yeah, hi, Kayla. You called in right when I was talking on the phone to Jennifer. I tried to answer your call, but it hung up too quick. I called you back. Please call me back at 626 698 0990. Look forward to your call. Thank you. All right, I just called Kayla. It worked on a different phone. So, hi, Kayla. I just called you and it went to voicemail. You had called me right when I was talking to somebody. Here you go again. Well, we'll try this time. I'm sorry, Kayla. Are you there? Wow. As soon as I answer, Kayla, it's me again. Um, please call me back. I don't know what's wrong with the phone, but I did get a hold of you. Call me back. Okay, Kayla. I don't know why we can't talk, but I've tried to reach you 3 times. I know you tried to call me too. I have no idea where you're from, Kayla. Also, I need to know where you're from, Michelle. I don't know what part of the world you guys are from. Now, I have about 15 minutes before my live stream will be over. I close down at 8 o'clock tonight, and I won't be on again until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, Pacific Standard Time. Okay. For some strange reason, I'm not getting the calls in, and either Kayla and Michelle are not hearing me because I have no idea where they're from. Now, we have about 10 minutes left of my show time. It's 7:52. My show ends at 8. Let me go over my 5 rules. At least I can accomplish something here. Rule number 1, get an attorney. Get the real deal. Your court-appointed attorney or public defender will not work out. You need to find a quote on 3 attorneys. I give you one quote already. Vincent Davis for LA County, his retainer is $5,000. He's $500 an hour. He has 39 years of fighting CPS and got back thousands of children. He's a trial attorney. He's also trained and licensed in the area of juvenile law, family law, and dependency law. And he's also a civil suit lawyer too. He has sued CPS for millions of dollars, both in federal court and state court. And he's worked. He's also a former foster youth himself. Now, you need to get 3 quotes so you can do a good comparison. What you do is you do my rule number 4, is how to look up information using the internet. You want to use a basic search engine called Google, not Google Chrome, not DuckGoDuck, not Mozilla or all the other search engines like Microsoft Edge or whatever. You want one that is set up right. The first step is you start off with the city, followed by the state, and then followed by the letters CPS. If you're outside the United States, put your country, then follow the letters CPS. That'll give you general stuff. If you want something specific like attorney, you need to put down juvenile law, family law, dependency law, attorney. That'll bring up in your city the attorneys you can contact. Look at their web pages, look at which one is the best. All you need is 2 more. You call them up and ask them 2 questions. Now, I know if you call it Vincent Davis, his questions are yes. Question 1, are you a licensed juvenile law, family law, dependency lawyer who has fought CPS and got children back? If the answer is yes, then you go to the next question. Have you ever done a civil lawsuit after your case is over and won money back from CPS, both either in federal court or in state court? If the answer is yes, you got yourself a candidate to explore further. All you need is 2 people like that. You already got Vincent Davis. Then you call all 3 and ask for references. You want to see at least 3 references on each attorney. Check out the references, see how the people like using that attorney. Then what you're going to do then, after you check out the references, you're going to meet and see how the chemistry is. You're going to get the prices. Now, you've already I've already told you the prices for Vincent, but the other 2, you'll have to meet with them and get the prices. And then when you get the prices, then that will help you. That will help you determine which one, and you're going to see all 3. And if the chemistry is right, then you make a determination which one you want to pick on. But please check Vincent Davis. Now, he's more expensive going out of state because he'll have the license for that state to pay for, plus the ground transportation, the air transportation, hotel accommodations, and food, and then the license fees, of course. But that is in addition to his legal fees. But you must have an attorney because you're going to fight CPS, and it's going to be like Alice in Wonderland. You fall in a rabbit hole, and you go and meet the Chester cat, and you're going to go nowhere. Go room to room, going nowhere. And I don't want to see that happen to you. Your children's life, your life is very important. So that's why you need an attorney. I had to sell my house, quick sell my house, my favorite home, so I get enough money to hire Vincent Davis. That was who my attorney was. Rule number 2 is documentation. You got to do document. You got to take pictures of them, recording sounds. Meet at public places. Don't meet at your home. Don't meet at their office. Meet at the library, Starbucks, or McDonald's. Those are good public places to talk about your case. Now, the documentation, you should get a notebook like 6 inches thick, 3 ring, and put all your paperwork in there. Get some dividers that can make tabs so you know where things are at and organize it. An important document you need to go with that notebook is something called the timeline incident log. That's the log where you record every incident that happens between you and whoever you talk to, the police, the social worker, the school district, the children, other family members, whatever. You write down every incident. And if you talk to them on the phone, write the phone number. If you see them, write down the location, and then you should put down who was involved and then the date and time. That's the first line. The second line is going to be a summary of what the incident was about. And then the third line is the outcome of the incident. Just 3 lines per incident. But I guarantee in 6 months' time, you have 20, 40, 30, 50 incidents. You won't be able to remember them all. So that's how you record the timeline incident. Then rule number 3 is that you do not open the door to social workers or police. You don't open to anybody. Too many people are being shot and killed by opening the door. Also, you don't need to. The only time they can come into your home is if they have a warrant. They have to go to the judge to see a warrant. It's got to be regular work day. So make sure the date on that warrant's correct. Also, it's going to be a wet signature by a judge and a hand stamp by the court clerk that raises the signature so no one can forge it. It's got to say specifically who it's addressed to. If it's both parents, then both parents be listed. Also, the children's names be listed. And what are the allegations? They'll be listed. And it's got to have specific instructions, what they can do. They come to your house on such a date. That's where they have to ask you to speak to them. Everything. You want to emphasize that your attorney needs to be present if it's a legal matter. That is your constitutional and civil rights to have attorney represent you. You don't want a court-appointed ones because they won't fight for you. They won't fight for you. So don't let them in the home. And if you meet them outside, tell them that you're going to get your attorney, that you can't meet right now, but you'll get back to them instead of a meeting time when your attorney can be present. It's so important that you have representation. That was a mistake that I had made. So you don't let them in. You don't give up your children. You don't talk to them. And so that's the safest way to be. Also, watch out medical trafficking. That's where they take your child when you go to the hospital, the emergency room, or you go to urgent care. Also, it's for mothers that are expecting a baby. They'll try to take your baby. Don't give it up. Tell them they need to have a court order, a warrant that specifically says they can take the child. So all those things are really important. You got to check out that warrant, make sure it's legit, because they will use fake ones. Another emphasis is if you're having a baby, don't let them take your baby. That's wrong. They, again, have to have a court warrant. They have to specifically say they got to take your newborn. That newborn needs you as the mother. So whatever you do, do not give up your child. Hang on to your child's precious. Anyway, that is my rule number 3. Rule number 4, I've already pretty much said too, that you got to do research on the internet. It's important how you arrange your words for your search engine. Use Google, and you want to spend like 60, 80 hours on the internet researching the enemy. You need to find out all about that CPS and see if they're corrupt or how many complaints against them or whatever the case may be. The rule number 5 is where you gather all your documents, your marriage license, your birth certificates of your children, your driver's license, their school records, any school medical issues, things like that. You need to have copies of all that. Put that in an envelope with your notebook. That's got important, your notebook and your medical and all your records, all the copies, all got to be there. So I can't emphasize enough about my 5 rules. If I knew about them, I would never have had a case with CPS. I was stupid. I allowed it in my home. I talked to him too much. Well, we're getting close to the bewitching hour. It's now 8 o'clock. It's 8:02, so I got to end my show. I want to thank Kayla, for texting me. I'm sorry we could not connect. Please call me tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. I'll be on at 8 a.m. Michelle, I never heard back from you. I have no idea where you're from, either from Kaylee. But I want to thank all my listeners and all my regular. Do not give up. Keep fighting for them. Do not give up. Do not give up. There'll be a brief message from my attorney, Vincent Davis. Please listen to him. I want you all to keep always fighting for your children. Save your children. God bless you all. And I'll see you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
A vivid picture is encrypted in your mind as the critics get in line like they're witnessing a crime. But then you notice there's a shiver in your spine from the feelings of discontentment and bitterness combined. Heartbroken when you listen to the judges, another kid's innocence corrupted. And if you go against it, it's destructive. Consider this predicament the toughest, but we believe in a system fit for justice. Child Protective Services only pretends to save it. The one solution for this is worthy of instant praises. 30 years of experience with relentless cases. Allow me to introduce them. This is Vincent Davis, defending you when they don't think a mother fits the role. Is it juvenile dependency or government control? Observe the pain in their eyes. It's time for us to realize we are the
last ones left. Put your faith